YouTube crew, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. Now, so many people have come to me recently, especially in my coaching program, saying that they're struggling in 1v2, 1v3, and 1v4 situations. One of the biggest keys to success in those situations, and where I think a lot of people struggle, is knowing how to effectively reposition. So today, I'm going to give you 4 tips that will help you start to reposition better. Let's get into it. Now, I'm going to be talking you through 4 tips while rolling some gameplay in the background, and then we're actually going to jump into breaking down some specific clips that really show you each of the different tips in action. Now, tip number 1 is going to be an overview of repositioning, and then 2 through 4 are actually going to be a little bit more about when and how to specifically reposition. So tip number 1 is going to be to play fast and be unpredictable. Look, that is all repositioning actually is. Playing fast and slide canceling allows us to run away from enemies when we take damage and need to plate up or reload, and what ultimately allows us to get to a new position to re-engage that fight. Being unpredictable is pretty simple. It just keeps our enemies guessing as to where we actually are. These 2 things combined are what allows us to really get kills without taking damage when we are in these 1v2, 1v3, and 1v4 situations. Now, as I mentioned, tips 2 through 4 are going to be about when and how to actually reposition, and this is what we're going to be taking a look at in the clips a little bit later on that we're breaking down. Now, tip number 2 is going to be repositioning when you take damage, and just hear me out on this one. Now, I know this is obvious. You obviously have to reposition when you take damage, but I want to specifically address how to get back into the fight, because this is where I think a lot of players make mistakes. So if you are in a situation where you get a down, you get a thirst, and you take a lot of damage, we need to reposition. And this goes back to tip number 1. We need to play fast and be unpredictable. You know, slide canceling, getting away from enemies that are chasing us so that we can replate and reload. But that moment that you are replated and have enough bullets in your gun to challenge somebody, your thought process needs to be, where is this team? Are they chasing me? Are they pushing a different direction? Where is this team so that I can start to re-engage this fight? That's where I think a lot of people struggle. The moment that you are replated and have enough ammo to take somebody out, it is an even fight. And if they are chasing you, they are not expecting you to be plated up and actually have bullets in your magazine. So use that to your advantage to catch the next one off guard, get that down, get that thirst, and then go about repositioning again. So let's get into tip number 3. So tip number 3 is going to be about repositioning when enemies are stacked. And this is a place that a lot of players really struggle. As I always say, when we're in 1v2, 1v3, and 1v4 situations, we want to get a clean first kill. So in a situation like this, we're able to get that clean first kill. And now we notice that that person's teammates are stacked. So what do? Let's go back to tip number 1. This is a situation where we really want to play unpredictable. We want to keep our enemy guessing as to where we actually are and create another window of opportunity to get another down and thirst. Look, they can stack if they want to, but if they don't know where you are and you're playing unpredictable and you're in a good position, you should be able to create a window for yourself to get another down and thirst. Now, where we start to see these things come together is, okay, you get the first down and thirst pretty clean, you reposition, you're unpredictable, now you kind of trade with that second guy, or you take a lot of damage, you're able to get the down and thirst. But now we go back to tip number 2, right? Now we're running away, we're plating up, and we start to figure out how we can re-engage. So you really start to see how fights can evolve, and you get an easy kill, and you implement tip number 3. Then the next one, you take a little bit of damage, so now you implement tip number 2, and you're constantly repositioning throughout fights, which allows you to start to 1v2, 1v3, and 1v4. Let's go ahead and jump into tip number 4. I know what I just said was a little bit much and might feel a little bit overwhelming. I have a perfect clip to break down a situation where I'm 1v4ing, implementing all of these tips. So you'll see how we implement these throughout a whole entire fight. Now, tip number 4 is going to be a very simple one, and it's something that I know a lot of you struggle with, is confidence. And what I mean by that is, let's talk about a situation where you get a kill and you notice that there is one single person, one single teammate that is pushing you, and you took absolutely no damage. Do not overthink this. So many of you get a clean kill, you notice the teammate's pushing, and you want to go crazy repositioning. You want to go up the stairs, try to flank him. No, play confident, anticipate, center your crosshairs, use a little bit of movement, hit your shots. Essentially what I do in those situations is I get that clean kill, I see the guy pushing me, and I say, I'm better than you. You're just not going to kill me. So by executing and by just having confidence in that situation to take on that 1v1 fight, that's it. Now, of course, this is the crucial component of this is the first clean kill. But once we get that first clean kill, if we see a teammate pushing, So many of you just overthink it and run away. Just go challenge that guy. Just make sure that you're anticipating him, centering, and ultimately executing with your movement aim. Let's go ahead and jump into some clips now. Before we break down some clips here, if you are looking to get better at Rebirth, I took my KD from a 0.7 to over a 4 KD, so I really know what it actually takes to get better at Rebirth. If you're looking to get better, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below so that my content gets pushed to you a little bit more. And I post videos every single day. I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week. So if you want to know when I post and when I go live, make sure you turn on that notification bell as well. So let's go ahead and start off with the easy one, which is tip number 4, right? We get a first clean kill. We notice that one other teammate is pushing. So let's go ahead and play confident, execute, and just take the free kill. So as I'm pushing up here, I notice that one's in this little shack right here. As I get the down and the thirst, I notice that there's one teammate right around the corner for me. I took no damage. I'm in a really good spot to challenge. I actually end up switching to the Cooper Carbine. I'm going to go ahead and center, anticipate, be ready for this guy, hit my shots, and I just take the free and easy kill based on the fact that I took no damage. And I'm in a good spot to challenge that. Same thing in this situation. I turn the corner. I got the OTS 9. I'm going to get the down and get the thirst. I notice one person on my level pushing in. So I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to go challenge. I'm going to center my crosshairs where I think he's going to be. I'm going to be ready for him. Use a little bit of movement. I'm going to hit my shots. And again, just take that free second kill because of the fact that I took no damage and I was in a good spot to challenge there. Let's go ahead and get into situation number 2. So situation number 2 is going to be a situation where they are stacked. There's multiple people in this building. So let's talk about how we play this. Now, to kick us off here, I'm going to go ahead and turn the corner. I'm going to get the down and get the thirst. Now, I actually don't reposition in this situation because I have a really good spot. I am holding this angle. I have a lot of cover around me. So what I'm going to end up doing is getting another down right here. But this is where it all switches because there's 2 players. They're both stacked. I get the down, but I'm low ammo at this point. So now I have to start the reposition process. I can't just go ahead and re-challenge that. So I'm going to go ahead and push in here. I try to hit the jump spot, but I miss, and I'm lucky enough to get deady. Now, right here, I hear the revive above, so we're going to pop deady, play a different angle, right? Not playing the same angle that I was before. I'm going to reposition around, and I'm able to hip fire this guy, get the down, get the thirst. Now, I noticed that right here, one is above me, and one is actually on my level. So I'm actually going to go challenge this guy to the left, who I end up hearing down here, and I'm going to tag him a little bit. Now, right here, I'm not going to repeat that angle. I'm going to continue to play unpredictable, knowing that they are all right around this building somewhat close, and at any point in time, I could have 2 people flying in on me. So I'm going to go ahead and push around here. I catch him right there, and notice he was just holding that angle, that stairwell, waiting for me to re-peek. So I'm going to get the down right there. I notice the second one, and notice now how he's going to go ahead and push into Grandma's house. Now, I'm not able to really do much damage there. I'm able to do a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take this thirst. We're going to go ahead and now chase this guy. And this is where we start to talk about the fight has changed from me having to reposition and finesse them to now I am in the driver's seat here. I am chasing this guy. He's running for his life trying to reposition, and I'm able to get the down. I, of course, always hit my throwing knives like you're going to see right here, but we're able to get the thirst, and now I know there's nobody else around. So that is situation number 2, where you see me playing fast, repositioning throughout the fight, even though they are all stacked in a building. Let's go ahead and jump into situation number 3. So get ready for this one because this is a good one. This is a sweat squad, and this is a situation where I do take a lot of damage, but repositioning allows me to pick up a bunch of kills. Now, as I push up here, I'm going to completely miss this first guy. Now, I am able to get the down, but I take a ton of damage. So immediately start repositioning, immediately start playing fast. This is where I talk about the moment that you are replated, right? I'm replated right here. I have 46 bullets in my magazine. I'm in a good spot to re-challenge. What you're going to see here is this guy thinks that I'm going to be low health, and he's just running around. Easy re-challenge right there for the kill. I take absolutely no damage. So now we're in a situation where I take no damage. I got a bunch of people floating around me. I don't have a ton of information, trying to see what I can find, and I'm just kind of using audio cues to my advantage. Again, trying to see what I can find. I have 35 bullets, which is still plenty. Now I'm going to go ahead and reload. I hear somebody around me. I'm just not totally sure where, and as I peek this corner, I again get smoked. So now we're going to go ahead and play fast again. We're going to reposition, pushing back. Now I start to replate, and I'm going to use this corner to try to see if he's going to push me this way, right? See if he's going to chase me. I see him chasing. Watch this play. He shoots, so now I know he's definitely chasing me. And again, he doesn't think that I'm full plated at this point. Boom, we're able to get the down. We're able to get the thirst. I take a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and start that reposition process again. I know he's chasing me. That mini-map on the, or that dot on the mini-map gave him away. So I'm going to push back, shoulder this corner, try to see what I can find. And as I'm pushing up to start repositioning again, I'm going to catch a guy right in the bottom left corner. Right there. You can see him right in this corner right here. So notice again that I'm going to go ahead and re-challenge this. situation where I take no damage. I know there's a player right behind him. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've already committed to the reach out here. So even though I take a little bit of damage there, notice again that he's caught off guard. I'm able to get the down. Now I can't get the thirst. I don't have any throwing knives. There's a third guy pushing. That's where they really start to stack. So I'm going to pre-fire this to try to anticipate that he's pushing me. And I'm going to be totally honest. I like to be a transparent content creator. I end up getting over aggressive here. I have no plates. I end up even switching to my well gun here, which is low ammo. I get smoked. I try to break his camera, but as you see, he's a good player. He's gonna tag me a ton here, and watch how he hip fires towards the end. This is a lesson to be learned, that if you're in a situation where you're super close quarters, don't be afraid to hip fire, especially if the guy's a bullet. So that's a situation where I was playing fast, repositioning throughout the fight, taking damage, but because I was repositioning, I was able to get back in, played up, and re-engage that fight. Let's go ahead and get into situation number 4, which is a perfect clip. So this right here is a perfect clip. This has a little bit of everything to show you how multiple tips really apply throughout a lot of these situations. So as we start off here, I'm going to down this first guy and actually break the second one. But as I push in, this team is way stacked. There's all 4 in there, and I take a little bit of damage, so let's immediately start to reposition. We want to play fast, be unpredictable. And as I jump out this window, look how stacked they are. That is 2 people immediately pushing into this building, trying to challenge me. Now, I tag them both a little, and I hear the person reviving. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge. This is a situation where I play a little bit more confident, knowing that this person is stuck in the revive, knowing this person is low health, and I'm going to be able to hit the first throwing knife. I miss the second one, as I do a large majority of the time, and I actually miss him right here. I didn't realize that he was actually tucked behind the crossbow. Now, or the combat bow. As I look at the minimap, notice that they are pushing me now. They are on my level, pushing across. So I'm going to go ahead and play fast, be unpredictable. I'm going to plate up, and now as soon as I plate up, I am back in. Great live pings by my teammates. I am ready to challenge this. I'm able to hip fire there. I'm able to get the down, get the thirst. And the last one actually runs away from me. So I'm going to let him farm. I'm going to let him live. As we kind of watch this back one more time, full speed, I hope you found today's video helpful. Start to implement these 4 tips. You will definitely start to have more success in 1v2, 1v3, and 1v4 situations. And don't forget to execute. That is the biggest part of being put in these situations, is you do need to hit shots, use movement to your advantage, but repositioning is such a crucial component of having success. So I hope you found today's video helpful. If you're not already and stayed to this part, make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell turned on down below. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.